Morning. We are deep in basketball season here in Indiana. Girls regionals were this past weekend. Now we're headed to some semi-states, and boys sectionals will be here before you know it. This morning, though, as you're headed out the door, you're going to be greeted to a bunch of fog. It is tough to see out there this morning. Dense fog advisories in place across much of the state. I just wanted to show you a couple of cameras where the fog is really thick, and this morning Indianapolis has been kind of cool to watch because the tops of the skyscrapers are barely visible, and sometimes have been shining a light down onto the fog. But then you get down below where we are and it's hard to see. Visibility under a quarter mile for many of us, and there's not a lot of wind. In fact, later this morning, the wind will start to pick up and will mix away the fog. But for the next several hours, we're stuck in it. This map shows you the dense fog advisories across the state from north to south. All of central Indiana is covered in a dense fog advisory, and we're getting a bunch of school delays in this morning. Some of the new ones, Shelbyville, Hagerstown, even the Knightstown School District, their Charles A. Beard schools, we are under those 2-hour delays. We're going to probably get more throughout the rest of this morning. It's just tough to see. Now, as you are driving around, of course, this morning you already have your headlights on. But once sunrise takes place, just keep the headlights on. Not necessarily it's going to help you, but it will help other folks see you. But we expect the fog to remain very thick all the way till at least 9 o'clock. But some of us may still have some patchy fog up until 11 o'clock. That's when Lindsay will be on for our new newscast with the Olympics going on. We're a little bit early. She will show you those clearing skies. This morning, she's going to show you some traffic. I'm going to send it over her in just a moment. In the meantime, I want to show you this morning, it's quiet out there other than the fog. There's no rain out there. However, small little asterisks. There has been a little bit of patchy mist with some of the fog. You may notice that as you're driving into some of the thicker fog banks. But we're going to be quiet today. Once the fog is gone, it's actually going to be a pretty nice day. We'll have a mix of sun and clouds. We'll get to the upper 50s. Not bad for February. And we'll continue to warm up ahead of our next storm system. A lot of energy off towards the west. I think we're going to get 2 chunks headed our way. One Wednesday, maybe an isolated shower or storm, and then maybe a bigger round on Thursday with more rain and thunderstorm chances. But today we're dry. We'll get well into the 50s. We're going to go with a high 58 today, maybe even a couple of 60s out towards the west. And because those south winds will increase today, temperatures won't drop very quickly. In fact, we may still be in the 50s at 7 o'clock. Then we look ahead towards the middle of the week. It gets a little active. Whenever you have temperatures this warm in February, eventually something's got to give. But I think early Wednesday morning there could be a shower, and then you see the next system with some active weather with it, maybe some scattered showers and thunderstorms coming up on Thursday as well, maybe mainly Thursday evening. Still several days to work on this forecast. We're not exactly sure how severe storms will be, but just know that we could have some rumbles of thunder here shortly. Lindsay, it's not thunder that we're watching out this morning, it's the fog.
Fog's a big issue. Yeah, we got a couple crashes we're following for you as well. So let's start with one that's near downtown. It's kind of in between cameras, so this is the general vicinity of this crash. It was reported on I-70 westbound as you're approaching that westerly exit, which this is looking at that exit, so it's actually just behind this camera. But with that being said, you can see how that fog is going to impact that morning rush hour this morning. We'll flip this over to the maps, kind of show you where this is located. This is downtown, and then this would be I-70 westbound approaching West Street. I'm going to take that fog layer off because it's going to be difficult to see on our traffic maps where we are seeing some of that slowdown here. But this is another crash that we've been following since much earlier this morning. It's over on the west side, 465 northbound, that ramp to I-74. Still have a good portion of that ramp that is being blocked off and traffic being diverted there on the west side. Again, fog going to be the biggest issue out there this morning. We'll keep you posted with all of those incidents.